Don't nobody, huh? I didn't get the call. What's up, Uber Vegan Movie Guy? Oh, shit. 1.7 times Uber X. Alright. It's time to get out of here. Yo.
What's up, Steve?
What up, man? Wait, sorry, my GPS spoke over you. What was that?
Oh, I was sitting here watching you on your vlog thing, and you were just looking left, looking right. I'm like,
I know. I was talking to you right now, though.
oh, now I saw it. I think we're delayed though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's is this a gimbal?
Right now, sorry, man.
All right, buddy.
I wish we could chat.
Dave,
But it's a 1.7 times surge, so I'm I'm out of here. Yeah, Dave, I'll hit you up.
Later, Dave.
Bye.
Drive safe.
And I was like, what do you call it? I met like some cool people that do videos of surf. And like I was just pulling out. I just got the trip. I'm pulling out of Sammy's camera, and then they come out. That was crazy.
Well, that's just, let everybody know that they called. That's not calling. I'm on the phone.
Oh yeah, they can hear you though, right? Dustin's on the phone.
So low, so that way I don't hear it echo. You know what I mean? I'm watching the other phone. That's funny. So you got that 1.7 going on?
Yeah.
Using the right lane, make the right turn on Culver Boulevard.
Shit, man, I don't have you on speaker right now. I can't even hear you. I'm on the way to a 1.7 pickup. That's fucking crazy, right?
What is it? Is it an X or XL?
X.
Oh, okay, that's still not bad though. Shit, 1.7. I wish I got that multiplier still.
The quarter mile
I know, right?
Street.
Hopefully it's not minors.
Yeah, I think most of LA will have the multiplier just because our traffic is so random.
But you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it won't be minors. You won't have to cancel on them.
Yeah, right? Nah, if at a 1.7 surge, I'll take a 10-year-old.
Oh, that was priceless. I did that. That was awesome.
No, you realize like I don't really want to turn down kids. Like I do it at convenience. Like
Man, nobody does.
if I
It's money. No one likes to say no to money. It just sucks.
yeah, exactly. Like if
Try to stay away from me nowadays. Because if someone called me taking one, I'd be my ass. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, what the fuck, man? Those kids.
yeah,
Trying to joke you and shit.
cool, flap off like.
Smart. Well, actually, it was, yeah, why do you guys always think all my videos I ever make are off my phone?
Yeah. But I actually have, like right here, I have this like badass Sony recorder and it's got microphones on it. And I've got microphones that I can plug into it. And I really need to start using that. But it just adds more work.
Yep, I've seen it too. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got my, what's it called? Ooh, my wife got me a stand for the GoPro. She got me the GoPro thing with a tripod and everything else, but I just haven't hooked it up yet. I need to get more into it. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's got great video and like the sound and everything's really good. I use it to fuck with my kids. I'll set it up in the house. You know what I mean? And that's I'm like, what are you doing? Trying to catch snacks?
Yeah.
Maybe my neighbor's coming over and chilling in my garage for a minute, waiting for me to come outside or something.
The quarter mile, make a left turn on Virginia Avenue.
I'm almost at my pickup.
All right, man. Well, let's go then. Good luck, and hopefully they tip you. Make sure you use my line. Try to use my line.
What's your line?
Passenger. Hope you had a great night. Stay safe. Or you've been a 5-star passenger. Hope you enjoyed
Make
the
a left
ride.
turn on
Stay
Virginia
safe and have a great
Avenue.
night.
Okay, you've been a 5-star passenger. I hope you enjoyed the ride. That's it. That's very good. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Stay safe and have a great night.
Stay safe and have a great night. So God bless. Wow, it's a whole speech. Damn.
Yeah, I even made a whole video on that. It's a pretty good line. A lot of people use it. A lot of people get tips.
Yeah,
It's just the fact that it reminds them when you tell them they've been a 5-star passenger. It kind of reminds them,
Make a
oh,
slight
okay,
right
let
turn
me
on
rate you.
Summertime
And
Lane.
after they rate you is when they see the stupid tip thing.
yeah, that's very smart because the number one reason why people give a bad rating is because they think that the other person's going to give them a bad
Slight right
rating.
turn on Summertime Lane.
Yeah, that's a big possibility too. And that's why I say that.
Yep.
And even it just knocks a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very
Like,
smart.
hey, well, if you enjoyed the ride, you've been a 5-star passenger. Stay safe and have a great night. Like you can switch up the first 2 lines however you see fit.
Yeah, legit.
Those 4 quick lines right there. Get you money. But try it out tonight, man. See if it works.
Yeah, thanks,
Got
man.
nothing to lose. If it does, you gotta make a video. Congratulate me.
All right.
All right, man. I'm gonna watch you a little bit.
Okay.
Safe. I see people crossing the street. Some lady. Don't hit them. They're not worth points. 10 points. 20 points for the guy on the scooter. All right, man. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, thanks, Dustin. Later.
Watching. Always watching.
Later. I haven't ever like picked my nose because I forgot I was streaming. Have I?
Pick up Cynthia on the right.
Hi. I have a Uber pickup. I think that's her right there.
Cynthia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
Thank you. Hi. Hello.
Hi, David.
That's me.
Hi, David.
How are you doing?
Fine. Cynthia.
All right. Hello, Cynthia. All right, let's see.
Yeah, the address.
Oh, wow. We're going all the way to Windsor Hills.
Yeah, it's not that far. How's it going so far?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Traffic.
Make a right turn on Jefferson Boulevard.
You know, I managed to kind of like stay. Well, I did. Okay, I had one trip to the airport, and that was just like, yeah, there was a lot of traffic. But yeah, other than that, I've been pretty lucky today, staying out of it.
Staying out of the cold.
But even just driving from where I was just a couple blocks away to here, it seemed like it took forever.
Oh, boy.
But there wasn't really a lot of traffic. It's interesting the way that the GPS is telling me to go.
In 1 mile, continue onto West Jefferson Boulevard.
Well, it's probably taking you up to where you make that right. Then you go to La Cienega.
Hey, I don't argue with it, you know, during rush hour. I just trust the GPS. It knows. It knows where the traffic is. But it is weird how some
Red light camera reported ahead.
it'll just take you off in a weird direction.
That's true. To me, it's just really cold out.
Yeah, me too.
I was just thinking it was me, but it's cold out.
It is cold today.
My face, my nose, everything is just chose to live there, you know, and they're probably used to those, you know, different natural disasters occurring.
Oh, right. Yeah. Crazy what happened over there.
That's what I'm saying.
The tornado?
They've been living there for years.
But, you know, Alabama, they don't get tornadoes.
They don't?
No. That was weird. That was not normal. And also, it's not even the season yet. Well, it's just the beginning of it, actually.
Because I spoke to my friend, she's from Alabama, and I asked her about her relatives there. She said, no, it's not where they live. So, then there's another co-worker. Apparently all her relatives passed away from it. So,
Scary.
earthquake. We ever did cold. I mean, we had, our winter was cold and rainy and cold.
Yep.
And then the time changes on Sunday, but we're still cold.
Oh, it's already the time change?
Yes, the time will change on Sunday.
Oh.
Spring forward, fall back. It's April showers bring May flowers, but we've had plenty of showers.
Yeah, April's still yet to come.
I know.
Jeez.
We
Yeah.
have definitely had a transition in weather.
I love it when it rains like that.
Really?
Because it hardly ever happens.
Well,
if
it's
it...
gonna rain again.
Oh, yeah.
They said next week it'll rain again.
It's supposed to be raining right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tonight.
They were saying snow up in the mountains today.
Oh, snow. Okay.
But I don't see it.
Not yet. Maybe tonight. I'm not sure. I hope it doesn't before I come home. I don't want to be out.
I remember like 30 years ago, I was a little kid, and this one year it rained for like a month straight.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the rain, don't get me wrong. I have actually been out there when it's been pouring down.
Yeah, it generally doesn't rain that hard in LA for some reason.
But it's raining consistently. It'll start with the next day, then the next day. I said, oh my God, will it ever stop? I don't know. We're getting our fair share. A little bit of everything.
It seems like no matter what happens, though, they're like, oh, it's global warming.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know.
I don't know what to say either because actually we have no control over anything. We're just here. We just have to adapt to what's ever going on.
Yep.
Dress accordingly.
Yep, just lay low.
Now, do you know the difference between Uber and Lyft?
Oh, yeah, because I drive for both.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
What's the difference?
Well, let me see. From the passenger point of view or from the driver's?
I don't know. I guess from the drivers.
I mean, to us, you know, really from both perspectives, there's very little difference.
That's what I think.
You know, but there are just things here and there. It's hard for me to even say them all because they're just so random. Like, okay, one major thing for the driver is the minimum fare in Los Angeles County, and this is only Los Angeles County. The surrounding counties are much cheaper, but in Los Angeles County, the minimum fare that they give us, our take home, is $3.75 for Uber and $2.80 on Lyft, which is 95 cents less. So I mean, you know, when we pick up a Lyft trip, we just hope that it's not a minimum fare. But other than that, like, you know, Lyft tends to be like a real nice experience. Usually. Like, you end up like in that, this is only like maybe half the time, but you end up with like really cool passengers. They're like, they talk to you and they're really nice. And like, not that that doesn't happen on Uber too, but like, it seems to happen more on Lyft. I think it's because people that choose Lyft is kind of like the alternative brand, right? And Uber's like the mainstay. So a lot of people choose Uber because it's just the one to choose. Like, that's what most people choose, and people think it's the cooler one. But not everybody. Like, some people think Lyft is the cooler one because they like to be different. And I think usually the people that like to be different and like to make the alternative choice end up being like really nice people. Or they're also just like really like in tune with, you know, their choices and what's going on. So like, but then I think like basically why most people use, because Lyft is like, from the driver's perspective, another huge difference is that Uber's much busier. Like, if you, like, I have to turn on both platforms. If I just turn on Lyft, I don't know how long I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait a while. But with Uber, I could be anywhere. Seems like anywhere in the world. Like, I could be on Catalina Island and get a request. It's crazy. Like, so that's where Uber really excels. And so from the passenger perspective on Uber, you're gonna wait less time for your car. And then another, I could go on forever, another major difference with Lyft. Wow, people are driving crazy behind me. Yeah, so with Lyft, they'll just start sending me requests. Like right now, we're getting close to our destination. So now Uber might send me a request. But they're gonna ask me if I want it. They're just gonna flash it in front of me and I can accept it or not accept it. Now with Lyft, in this same situation, we're getting close to the destination, they'll just give it to me. They don't ask me if I want it. It may not even be the type of request that I ever accept. You know, like I don't do shared and pool rides, but they'll send them to me. And so with Uber, I see a pool ride and I'm like, nope, not taking that one. And I just don't accept it.
You don't do pool rides?
No, not usually. You know, because I have this big van, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense because they don't pay us more. That's the other thing. Yeah, with pool, when I first started 3 years ago, if you picked up a bunch of passengers, you would make more money. Now, it doesn't matter how many passengers you have in the car. Like, they still pay you the same, and it's less than, you know, it's the lowest rate out of all the services. So, because this thing takes so much gas, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to take those rides. I'm better off waiting out for either an X or an XL, because this is an XL car.
Oh.
Have you ever ordered an Uber XL?
No.
Yeah, this is like what you would get. You would get something bigger.
No, I just ordered Uber X. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, so see, this is what happens, you know, like I have this XL car, I can do Uber XL trips, cost more money, so I can make more money, but there's just not enough of them out there. And if I were to go to the airport right now and try to pick up an XL trip, I might have to wait an hour and a half to get a trip, or 2 hours, because there's a line.
If you want to make a left and stop, you can, if the line's not too long. Because I do know a lot of people make a left and stuff.
There was a big crash here yesterday.
Oh no,
You didn't drive past here yesterday?
no.
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad. But yeah, it's telling me to make a left on Stalker.
Yeah.
Is there only one left turn lane up there?
I think there too, but people just all turn left here. I don't know why. I just
Yeah.
don't want to go all the way down Slauson.
It looks like there's a bunch of traffic down there too.
On Slauson?
Yeah, right before Slauson. I think it's an even worse left turn line over there. Have you lived in LA a long time?
Yes.
So you've seen this traffic get crazy? I remember when I was younger, the traffic was bad, but it's
It's never been good
yeah, this is the worst.
because people keep relocating. But there are just so many people here.
We need another earthquake.
Why?
Because in 1994, everybody left LA.
I don't think
You don't think it'll scare them away? You know, LA, ever since it started, it's always grown every year except for 1994. The population went down.
I think people just want to come here. It's just too much going on.
Yeah.
They just think it's just
Yeah, people from all over the world come here. That's the fun part of being a driver right now, is all the different people that I pick up. It's so cool.
all over the world. I mean, just there's nothing you can say.
Yeah, they don't even speak English.
No. And they don't have to. And they don't choose to. But there's most people, you know, if I'm going to live somewhere, I would like to speak the language. But a lot of them, you know.
I am surprised though, a lot of the visitors.
There are people who live here who do not speak English.
Oh yeah, totally. Especially over in what
They'll
is
get
it?
upset with you
San Gabriel Valley.
if you don't know what happened with at brunch there in Menards. Yeah. She was trying to tell you know, that's what you need to do because that's a part of you know your job. If a person requests, say I want an omelet or something, and I want this on it, I want that on it. You need to know how to make it. You need to know how to communicate with me. Don't say, no, I don't understand. I mean, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I think she said, oh, I told him that's great. He said, oh, but some people just feel like they don't have to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they really don't because, like, they have, like, all the resources that they need. Like, they need somebody to do their taxes. They can find somebody that speaks their language. They need a doctor. They can find somebody. Like, whatever it is. There's somebody out there that speaks their language. And I couldn't imagine, like, let's say I moved to like, Mexico City. I could not imagine like living for the next 10 years in Mexico City and not at some point like speaking Spanish fairly well. Like I would want to communicate with everyone.
I would too.
Not just the people that speak English.
But that's not the same here.
Yeah.
It's not the same. People have lived here for years and cannot speak English.
And English is such a great language.
But it can be difficult, you know.
To learn?
Yes. It takes a while. I mean, but the lady who does my nails and everything, and I know she's been doing nails a long time from Vietnam, and I think they still have, they still speak in their own language, even in the nail shop.
Is that kind of annoying when they're talking to each other and you can't understand what they're saying?
Oh, I have just given up on that. I mean, that, it doesn't even, as long as my nails and everything done correctly, that's all I care about. That's all I care about right now. And as long as they do a good job on the pedicure.
Yep.
Massages.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
Yep.
I mean, there are just some things that you just cannot control.
That's for sure.
Languages, people, you just let them be.
Yeah, that's the way I feel. I get really frustrated with people that are like, not chill enough. Like,
Just let them be.
let people be, yeah.
What can you do about it? They're not going to change for you anyway. They don't care.
Yeah.
I was telling the lady, I said, yeah. She says, well, you should care about the people that are suffering over in another area. I said, well, they're not caring about us. They probably say, well, I'm glad they're cold. They always get the sunshine. Let them suffer a little bit.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around, it's 90 degrees, it's 70. They're always in the sunshine. But some people are still wearing shorts, and I don't see how they do it, though.
And flip-flops.
Yes, I don't understand it. I mean, maybe they just came here from a cool climate and it doesn't bother them. Because I knew someone who said, oh, this is nothing. But then once they lived here for a while.
Ahead.
That's interesting, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They may have just relocated here from the cold. So it's not a big thing to them.
And then you get acclimated to the warmer weather.
Yes, and then you become cold. Like with us, we're used to warm weather, so we're cold.
Yeah. But this really is cold. I mean,
Yeah, to me it is. Maybe to some people it's not, but to me it is.
I mean, the places where it's like 20 degrees, they're dressing differently. I have a jacket that I could put a battery in it and it heats up.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Jacket with a battery.
Yep.
And it heats up. Where did you purchase that?
You
At the store?
it was from Sears. It was from a tool company. Grills and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And they also made this heated jacket.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. I get like back pain, so it really helps me.
Oh, okay. From driving?
No, just from life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You haven't lived long enough to have back pains.
Oh, well, I kind of always have had it. Like, even when I was a kid. I just have like a sensitive back. It does all kinds of weird stuff.
Wow.
I think I have fibromyalgia. The more I learn about what it is.
Wow.
But I mean, what is it? It's just a word.
I mean, what are the symptoms?
Basically, fibromyalgia is when your trigger points are all like flaring up. Like when you have more than 11 trigger points that are just constantly like, in spasm. And I'm pretty sure I have that. I've never counted them, but it's a lot. So massage really helps me.
Sinus.
Oh, I have a tissue here if you want.
No, no.
Okay.
Thank you.
Man, this traffic is rough.
Same as someone. It's no matter, when you come out, what time, it's always somebody on the road.
Yeah. I live in Northridge,
Oh, okay.
so we don't have to deal with this.
You don't?
No.
No one's on the road?
No, yeah, it gets busy, and like there's definitely times a day where it takes longer to get from point A to point B, but it's nothing like over here.
It just seems like it's so clustered and people are just, I don't know. I don't know if it's because people work in the city. You just follow Overhill Drive.
Over there, right?
Yeah, Overhill Drive. Keep straight. Keep straight.
Yeah. Some of these houses have the most amazing views.
Yeah, my friend, she lives up right there at the top of the hill. As soon as you pass the light, you'll see it on your left-hand side, Slough, Louisiana. It's a green building. You'll have to make a U-turn. It's
Okay.
right to your left,
Okay.
right there in the corner. I didn't even decided, okay, I'll go.
Did I go too far, or
Huh?
did
No,
I?
it's right there in the corner.
Oh.
No, just make a U-turn.
Oh, okay.
It's right there.
Oh, this spot.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I see, with the lights.
you're right.
Okay.
And that's it.
Sweet. Should I pull up here?
No.
Just pull right here?
No. Yep.
Okay.
And I'll just walk in the door.
Okay, great.
Yeah, this is a restaurant. And,
Looks cool.
yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
David. Have a good evening.
You too. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Head to your pickup at 8600 Hayden Pull.
I'm on a consecutive trip. Oh, I just cracked my neck.
Head to your pickup at 8600 Hayden Pull.
I haven't had any kind of crack like that on my neck in so long. Still not perfect, but actually kind of hurt.
Thanks this week in the newsroom. Carson Miller, Stephen Raspel, Carla, Lauren, McDonald, our
In a half mile, make a slight right turn on South Labrie Avenue. In a quarter mile, make a slight right turn on South Labrie Avenue using the upcoming right 2 lanes. Using the right 2 lanes, make a slight right turn on South Labrie Avenue.
Discussing how fairly obvious abuse went unpunished for so long, and what obligations we have as consumers to hold artists accountable. And in Britain, Parliament is preparing to vote again on the Brexit deal they overwhelmingly rejected in January. All that, plus the president's demand that countries hosting American troops pay for the privilege, is coming up next on Left, Right, and Center. We'll be right back.
NPR News in Washington, I'm Janine Hurst. Commercial satellite imagery shared exclusively with NPR shows activity at a second North Korean site. NPR's Jeff Rumpel reports it could indicate an upcoming launch.
The images were taken February 22nd by Digital Globe. They are of a facility called Samundong. It's a factory where North Korea assembles both long-range missiles and satellite space launch vehicles. Jeffrey Lewis with the Middlebury Institute says the images show trucks and vehicles at the facility and also activity at a nearby rail yard. So when you put that all together, that's really what it looks like when North Koreans are in the process of building. Separate images have also shown North Korea working on the satellite launch facility in recent days. Taken together, Lewis believes the North could be planning to launch a satellite into space. Jeff Brumfield, NPR News, Washington.
A federal judge has ordered former Army intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning to jail, using to answer questions before a grand jury that's investigating WikiLeaks. And here's Ryan Lucas has more.
Judge Claude Hilton of the Eastern District of Virginia sent Manning to jail after she confirmed at a short hearing Friday that she would not testify before the grand jury. The judge ordered Manning to be held in the Alexandria Detention Center until she either agrees to testify or the grand jury completes its work. Manning
In 1 mile, make a left turn on Rodeo Road. 1/4 mile, make a left turn on Rodeo Road using the upcoming left lane.
You serve your time, and you pay the debt to society, but the point isn't to keep that debt forever. At some point, it's been paid, and you get a chance to start over.
Now, under the bill, law enforcement would still be able to view a person's criminal record, but private entities such as background check companies would not. It would apply to those who are already eligible to seal those records through court. The process its orders say can be both expensive and also take up a lot of time. Silicon Valley companies are the target today. A presidential candidate and senator.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on road ahead.
Break up big tech firms, including Google, Facebook, and Amazon. She said she wants legislation targeting those companies with annual worldwide revenue of $25 billion or more. She made her pitch.
Using the left lane, make a left turn on Rodeo Road.
Where Amazon was planning to open a headquarters, but then scrapped those plans. It's unclear how the crowded field of Democratic challengers answered her call. The policy proposal is likely to be a central part of her appearance at the South by Southwest conference in Austin, Texas this weekend. Marine animal rescuers are overwhelmed with a number of dead and unhealthy seals, dolphins, and other sea mammals that have been turning up along Southern California coasts over the winter, and as KCRW's Catherine Barnes reports from her Central Coast studio. Some biologists say the recent storms could be to blame.
In LA and Orange counties, 9 dolphins have been found dead since the beginning of this year, and 3 last week. The trend continues farther north in Ventura and Santa Barbara, where Sam Dover from the Channel Islands Marine and Wildlife Institute works. His team has responded to 5 dead dolphins in the last month.
Essentially, anytime we get a storm, they put out warnings to not go swimming. Unfortunately, the dolphins and the sea lions, aren't able to read those warnings, and of course, they have to stay in the water.
He says high levels of bacteria due to storm runoff can quickly deteriorate the health of marine mammals, but he can't say for sure that's what's happening until test results start coming back, likely in the next few weeks.
KCRW's Catherine Barnes reporting from Santa Barbara. Other biologists, by the way, say the illnesses and deaths could be tied to warmer ocean waters caused by El Nino. This year's wet winter has been a boon for California's reservoir. El Nino, of course, giving us a lot of rain through the atmospheric river process, and those reservoirs are now filled to the brim, but it's also brought some infrastructure problems to part of the state. Not accustomed to getting all that rain and snow, especially in the desert. The storm last month, for example, on Valentine's Day, dealt some serious damage to the Palm Springs aerial tramway, the one that goes up to San Jacinto. Storm officials there say that tram is now expected to reopen April 1st. The tramway's rotating cars travel more than 2.5 miles in the air to an elevation of 8,500 feet. There you can take in all those vistas of the Coachella Valley, hike some of the mountain trails, and dine at restaurants too. But in February, those storms extensively damaged highways in the popular area, temporarily cutting off access to Idlewild and other communities there. For the second time in as many years, California deserts are experiencing a super bloom. Perhaps you've seen those photos before. Waves of bright purple, yellow, and orange wild flowers fed by rain that rarely spills onto the state's driest areas, but it's not just the moisture that makes all of that happen.
In 1 mile, continue onto Higuera Street.
Just right, a combination of warm temperatures and steady rainfall, something that we've seen this winter. 707 at KCRW. Support for NPR comes from the Zimmel Family Foundation, supporting the National Center for Learning Disabilities, which works to improve the lives of the 1 in 5 individuals with learning and attention issues, NCLD. Weekend, it's KCRW. Welcome back to Left, Right, and Center. I'm Josh Barrow, your center and business columnist at New York Magazine. On the right is Rich Lowry, editor of National Review. On the left is Elizabeth Bruce, columnist at the Washington Post. And Kelly Goff, columnist at the Daily Beast, is also with us. I'm going to take a little longer than usual setting the table this week because I think a lot of the discussion of the story we're about to talk about has been less than productive because people have not started from a concept of facts. So I want to walk through in detail exactly what was said. As you probably heard, House of Representatives passed a resolution Thursday to condemn anti-Semitism and various other forms of bigotry. The impetus for this resolution was a comment from freshman Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, who said in reference to Israel, quote, I want to talk about the
In a 1/4 mile, continue onto Higuera Street.
It's okay to push for allegiance to a foreign country. Last month, Omar had tweeted that U.S.-Israel policy was, quote, all about the Benjamins. Omar's been widely criticized on the grounds that these comments promote anti-Semitic tropes. In the case of the Benjamins comment, that Jews control politics through money, and in the case of the allegiance comment, that Jews have a dual loyalty to Israel. Omar apologized for unequivocally.
Continue onto Higuera Street.
As she has apologized for saying years in the past that Israel had, quote, hypnotized the world.
Just ahead, make a left turn on Hayden Place.
Omar's defenders note she didn't limit her comments about improper allegiance to Israel to Jews, and that many of the most prominent pro-Israel voices in the U.S. are not.
Make a left turn on Hayden Place.
U.S. relationships with other controversial governments like Saudi Arabia are often discussed in such terms. Her critics point to a history of allegations of dual loyalty toward Israel being used as a pretext for anti-Semitic persecution, particularly in Eastern Europe. They say there is a specific context here that calls for a person like a member of Congress to speak more carefully. But others have a broader objection. Democratic Congressman Ron Vargas of San Diego, for example, tweeted, quote, questioning support for the U.S.-Israel relationship is unacceptable. Some members of the Democratic Conference pushed for the House to pass a resolution that would be critical of Omar's comments and reject anti-Semitism. Her defenders complained that she was being unfairly singled out, especially in an environment where anti-Semitic and anti-Muslim has been prominent. They passed a resolution saying, quote, imputations of dual loyalty threaten American democracy and have no place in American social discourse. The resolution also rejected a wide variety of other kinds of bigotry, including threats against Muslims. The resolution passed the House with the support of all Democrats, including Ilhan Omar, and all but 24 Republicans. Liz, was Ilhan Omar's comment about swearing allegiance to a foreign country an anti-Semitic comment?
No, I mean, not in my opinion. I mean, I think that it's been a pretty good week. I'm not Jewish, and I've seen
All right.
Do I press something or are you pressing something?
Oh, I can press it, yeah.
Wicked. Really nice, isn't it? I can go towards the door once you say. That's all right.
He was specifically referring to the sort of restrictions on engaging in boycott.
Right, so we're going to LAX Delta Domestic. Does that sound right?
Yep. Yep.
I don't know which terminal it is, but maybe it's in
This is Terminal 3.
Yeah, Delta's got a couple terminals. But they're all right next to each other, so.
I don't like how fast they're delayed.
It's 2 and 3.
I have the pass at 9:15.
They're going to have to drag me over that place. 15?
15 minutes late, yeah.
Well, that's not too bad, is it? That's only the first delay though. Last time we had 3 delays.
That's where it starts.
Literally right when I got in my lift. Yeah, I was the same. Got my car and went ding 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 ding. What's that delay by now? What's that place? Jim.
There's all kinds of cool stuff over here.
Beverly Hills Fences Club.
YouTube Space is over here somewhere. Yeah.
Looked like initially there was a move toward a resolution something more specifically about what Omar said, and there was a lot of objection.
Well, for starters, I think it's unfortunate thing is that for Nancy Pelosi that she's no longer in charge. Clearly, it's not the first time we've heard last week there was pushback against moderates led by the
Space available?
and so I think it's the current pushback is big. But what I would say though,
Is that
Red light camera reported ahead.
It's clear that there's a lot of work down there. It is, but they want to work else they feel like they're getting good quality output, and it really helps Dave feel good about nice moment today, though. You guys were at lunch and Sarah came up. I went to David. She said, maybe you could take a look at this. It was quite nice. Because Sarah keeps, because Kate keeps saying, well, just tell the other team what to do. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know. And she sort of said, what do you think of this? And she had a layout and she was dealing with different widths, stuff on content not to width, and then the different heights you get and stuff with the layout. She had a couple of alternatives, and I was like, well, which one do you do? And she was like, I think this one. So I think she was like, okay. So I think it's so I don't even think she will return it today.
Right.
It's not a big thing. It was nice to start having because I think that's actually what Dave.
Which one's Sarah?
Here is not just having free will
David, Kate.
but structuring
Sarah's
terms of that.
Like the tall blonde one who made the grid. Oh, you weren't there.
I think I spoke to her very briefly about the tips thing, right?
Yeah.
So as not to echo things that have been used in that press on there in the past. And I guess the
What's
question
that? So long ago, yeah.
Why isn't that a strong argument that even if Omar's intention here you think was simply to criticize U.S. Israel policy, that it's a reason that the way she spoke is a problem? And my question then to Rich is, given that we understand that this is an issue here, are there other places where liberals have maybe had a better point than conservatives granted them about these sorts of concerns with regard to other groups? So, Liz first.
So, I mean, the question is, even if her intentions weren't anti-Semitic, if this causes some people to have the sense that something anti-Semitic has been said, shouldn't she back off of saying it? And my question is there any way she could make the substantive point she's made that we can invoke these same feelings?
Shame it's
Because if what you're dealing with is a truth, any words can invoke the truth, right? That the truth is just a expression that exists in words.
Wow.
Can I
The
just
New
say
York
that
one.
part of it, this goes back to the point I was making about President Obama, is
Yeah, shit.
you're expanding the credibility
No, but that's going to be
policy point. It's
Different.
also going to be rooted in
no, it's going to be under doing code.
And I think she has
Right.
I think she's made some things
It won't run as
that no way
it won't run as
Yeah, that's what he said.
it'll run exactly.
That's right, we should do the calendar.
Did all the regions that stuff ran out a year ago, go to Canadian and then do it.
He seems pretty.
It just feels that there's a moment where that's going. That would to
Russian collusion, and he knows that Manafort is very likely to get absolutely slammed by the judge in the other case next week. So a lot of people want Paul Manafort to die in jail, and that would probably be the likely outcome after he gets both of these sentences. But I just find the bloodlust over this really distasteful. The whole Russia thing was supposed to be, I thought, about getting the truth what happened with the 2016 election, and it's become just this drive on vengeance and secretly driven around not as an actual person who's guilty of serious crimes. I guess just the sheer deceit.
stick up for the idea that Paul Manafort's crimes were substantively really bad and deserving of quite a lot of sentences. The tax fraud is really long.
You want me to change it?
No, I'm just like
stealing from the rest of us. They are to enrich himself by selling out to
It's music in 30 minutes.
the United States. I don't think that's particular in a relationship to Donald Trump. This very sleazy,
Solange.
Ukrainian, rich man, not for any legitimate business, but by added no value in society and actually were actively harmful to the interests of people, and he engaged in these abuses. So his views that sentence guidelines can be excessive.
he was his former campaign chairman, I think.
The issue is that for a lot
What's all the illegal stuff
drugs and
Something about music with all the information about
which ties hands cannot end our
They got him for tax fraud and something else. And they gave him 47 months.
And then there is that issue that he's going to get another sentence from the other
Yeah.
judge. But I would push back a little bit on Rich's comments.
Is that just a warm-up sentence to find him way out about it and then trying to get that 47 again?
It seems like that's it. But it's a federal case. And he got off life. So that's kind of weird. Because, you know, usually with federal convictions, it's always heavy.
Yeah, to make a point.
Yeah.
To make like a reaffirm the rights of arms.
So, I think, you know, we should give him up to 10 more years. I think that the sentence in the range of over a decade is a long sentence that reflects the very serious crimes that Paul Manafort committed. I don't think it was necessary for T.S. Ellis to go so low in order to achieve that.
Well, I think from his perspective, it's hard to know because he's not going first, and I think that was another thing. He's kind of annoyed that he wasn't.
Or he is going first.
Right. Sorry, he wasn't going second.
Kelly?
One of the frustrations about this thing is very commercialized. But the same can be said for white collar crimes magnitude. And so I think again that's why people get frustrated, right? It's someone who's elected really felt like they had to go in their office for a living and they say, well, you're destroying your people, you're destroying your community. Someone who had every advantage and privilege in life, like Paul Manafort, who really has no excuse, and yet there will be a domino effect for crimes like this, and yet it's not treated with that same scope or magnitude. It's like some people lost money or not people for a little bit, and I think again that's what causes people to not have faith in our judicial system.
Liz, I feel like this issue of white-collar crime is something that a lot of Democrats are turning to when they talk about crime. We've heard this from Kamala Harris in defending her record as a prosecutor, talking about how, you know, crime does bad things to people and also drawing the connection to white-collar crimes and the need to prosecute those. And I guess the question is, does that reflect a good shift in government priorities for these sort of white-collar crimes, or does it become a talking point to defend the existing judicial system that I think a lot of people on the left would say has been too harsh and generous?
Well, it can go both ways. I think that's one of the complicated things that comes to me in the Manafort situation, which is that white-collar crimes are good policy. It's not just that sentencing is a problem. It's that there is so much white-collar crime happening all the time that just never gets prosecuted. And it's decisions that are sort of made in very complex areas of the government that are sort of unaccountable to people. Ralph Nader had a movie where he was actually allowed to order people to break the laws. And he points out that just as it has been white-collar crime going on around the same time, no one's heard of the time of it. And we saw that in 2008, we still see killings and now especially the fact that the bankers in the financial crisis never had any consequences at all in terms of being charged. And then the other side of that, and sort of separately, is the question of what our judicial system is for, how we should be using our carceral system, whether it's working, what outcomes we're looking for, if we have even tested or have any idea what kind of techniques we can use to actually get the outcomes that we want. In that realm, the techniques and the responses we use for white-collar crime may very well be different than other types of crime, but it's such a mire and a mess of an issue with so little clarity that it's hard to even begin to articulate what symmetry would look like in terms of sentencing and punishment for white-collar criminals versus people who do, you know, sort of ordinary workaday crime and think about particular crime.
I'm actually hopeful that this whole episode, with regard to the specific crime of unregistered foreign lobbying,
which sounds like a paperwork problem, but it really people have a right to know established in the law the extent to which foreign governments are paying people within the U.S. to be influential on their behalf. It's not just Manafort. We're also seeing these investigations related to major white shoe lobbying firms on the Republican and Democratic sides of the aisle who were doing those sorts of operations for Ukraine. And I think that those efforts may actually be having an effect in discouraging this sort of white-collar crime, which had been endemic in Washington because it had been punished for so long. Speaking of crime and punishment, let's talk about Senator Kelly, who has been indicted for 10 counts of aggravated sexual abuse of 4 victims. Kelly was acquitted over a decade ago of child pornography charges, having convinced a jury, quite implausibly in my view, he may not have been the person pictured in the video having sex with a minor. R. Kelly's outburst in an interview with Gail King of CBS this morning, in which he denied the charges, drew much attention this week. Kelly, what I'm struck by here is that the public has long had good reason to believe that R. Kelly had committed gravely immoral acts, but for a long time, the fact that he acquitted had allowed him to go on publicly in spite of that. And I think a lot of people are asking themselves more and more what their responsibilities are as consumers of artistic content to reject that content on the basis of the artist's behavior.
Well, so first of all, hats up to Dream Hampton and her team for helping to push this issue forward with their film series, Surviving R. Kelly, and hats up to Gail King for doing a masterclass with journalism like Tucker and Amanda. I'm going to say about most of the more than me, who I cannot remember who it is, send this thing over to tweet I wanted them 2 years ago, Kelly. And what they said was essentially that people know artists are perfect. And so really the question we should ask ourselves is that's what we're asking is whether or not the person's death or crime shapes their work. And what do I mean by that, Josh? Well, what I mean is if Michael Jackson had a line of children's books, I would say they need to be named for the show. When you take someone like Woody Allen, who said he didn't molest his daughter, she was supposed to kid. We know that he married a woman who, for all intents and purposes, essentially the woman's stepdaughter, and that relationship began to be a teenager.
That's nice. Yeah. Oh, right into the moon, too.
Starting with Manhattan, which is one of his biggest films. The 42-year-old male protagonist was in a relationship with a 17-year-old girl. So I should not feel comfortable airing or watching films like that, what we now know about Woody Allen. On the other hand, I bring a lot about Roman Polanski last year, and I was a little bit concerned in terms of saying that politicians bring a rap on him. I still feel that way, even if it's about Raymond. However, I don't know that saying she's setting her own box and we have to watch the other because
What's the hang from Roman
is
Polanski?
particularly from discourse toward
No,
no,
but why is she saying however with Roman Polanski is something
show
different?
her
What's
that
going on?
a person's horrible behavior is not included under their work, and I think that allows
No. She's saying as long as the creative endeavour is not in some way related to but Roman Polanski is like Rosemary's Baby.
So it's just discourage people from doing that.
Interesting.
Why he is like rape.
No, I thought Roman Polanski was also
You know about Landy, the girl that she's like, of course, now that she's an adult, she's just like, look, I'm over it. Like, let's stop talking about it. But the crazy part is that his wife was murdered literally like months before this happened in the Manson thing, Sharon Tate. So it doesn't excuse what he did, but he, I could imagine him not being in his right mind. But I'm sure that wasn't the only girl. That's the way I look at it.
And so I think that the question is, am I actually
And he was good friends with Jack Nicholson.
To this person's luxury, especially when
it's just the nuance she had about the content they made.
Usually the ones that get quite a bit of coverage.
I had a similar conversation with my roommate around at what point you separate the art from the artist. There's a lot of people who refuse to kind of like buy into something and it's got that kind of thing attached to it, right? Whereas if you look at
really bad person is nevertheless an important message. And so that's what I think about sifting out.
association.
Rich, another thing I've been thinking
I watched the first hour of the Michael Jackson emotional response of what from my parents, especially my stepdad. And like now looking back, I'm just like, wow, he really knew. He was paying attention.
Yeah. He's
Charlie.
really funny.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy does this brilliant sketch where he basically shows you a picture of Michael Jackson and says, if you know, but because of everything around him.
But because he's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And he's the nicest guy. And that's what I
The claim is that there are videos on the internet of text messages of children who have harmed themselves as a result of this. Parents and sometimes have children who are seeing it on television.
If that's true.
Liz,
You've got a whole software.
can watch this Woody Allen movie. Then no, this can't be sold. This can't be on.
Is out there, and I understand parents worry about, is there something that's going to somehow pass my...
How about just don't let them have the money from the rest?
It was a friendly family pastor. It's terrifying when it's family friends you thought highly of, and then it turns out things were actually there.
All the room in the world. He's just.
Spirit of the week, Kelly Goff with your Spirit of the week.
Tweeted that the student came to class today and there's a bad
Head west on World Way.
So this is a demonic one because it goes to the crowd. Dozens and dozens of people tweeted this. It's a classic. I'm giving up the run.
Rich Lowry, what's your tweet of the week?
It's from a guy named Paul Abundance who tweeted about an exchange on Morning Joe. Joe Scarborough repeatedly asking former Colorado Governor Hickenlooper whether he considers himself a capitalist, and just over and over again he evades and won't answer the question. The tweet is, hope this was worth the 1% of the vote he's going to end up getting.
My tweet of the week is from Gérard Aho, who is the French ambassador to the United States. He tweeted, quote, an involuntarily hilarious article in the New York Times style supplement, quote, when your kindergarten goes vegan, unquote. Every detail is a Manhattan-only gem, except not every detail is a Manhattan-only gem because the kindergarten in question is located in Seattle. You would think that one would know that these sorts of hipster affectations can occur almost anywhere in the United States. Kelly Goff, I want to thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Josh.
I've been talking with Liz Brudig of the Washington Post and Rich Lowry of National Review. We will be back to talk about Brexit. You're listening to Left, Right, and Center.
Join the conversation on our Facebook page or tweet us at LRCKCRW. Stream all episodes of Left, Right, and Center and other great shows at kcrw.com/podcasts.
Support comes from Le Lycée Français de Los Angeles. Bonjour. The only place in LA to celebrate French language.
Nike cap and green jacket.
From March 15th to 20th, discover 6 screenings of critically acclaimed francophone films. All films in French with English subtitles. And on March 14th, enjoy an enchanting musical play exploring the universe of 2 of France's greatest wordsmiths, La Fontaine and Brassens. Info and tickets at trk.us.com.
Just ahead, pick up Rigo on the right.
We couldn't fit all the lawsuits in our show, so we added a new one. LRC presents All the President's Lawyers, a weekly examination of law, liability, and White House legal strategy. Get it on Apple Podcasts or at kcrw.com.
Pick up Rigo on the right.
Stay with us. Coming up in about 15 minutes from now, it's KCRW Music with Dark Trinidad. Don't miss it. Thanks for tuning in to KCRW.
Back again with Left, Right, and Center. I'm your host, Josh Barrow. On the right is Rich Lowry, editor of National Review. On the left is Elizabeth Brunig, columnist at the Washington Post. Next Tuesday, the British Parliament will vote again on the Brexit deal overwhelmingly rejected in January. Prime Minister Theresa May issued a warning Friday morning. Prove this deal or else.
Next week, members of Parliament in Westminster face a crucial choice: whether to back the Brexit Brexit deal or to reject it. Back it, and the UK will leave the European Union. Reject it, and no one knows what will happen. We may not leave the EU with any rights. We may leave without protections that the deal provides. We may never...
Girls ass at 7:44 in the airport.
A UK facility owned by a Danish energy firm, an example of the sort of business in Britain that could be harmed by a hard Brexit. To discuss what's next for Britain and to talk about some other issues in U.S.-European relations, we're joined by Amanda Sloat. Amanda is a senior fellow in the Center on the United States and Europe at the Brookings Institution and is also a fellow at Harvard's Kennedy School. Hello, Amanda.
Hello.
So I'm going in with the assumption that Theresa May is not going to get this deal passed since last time it was rejected by 432 votes to 202. What can we expect in the likely event that Parliament does not approve this deal?
So next week actually sets up an interesting series of 3 votes. On Tuesday, as you said, Parliament has its second chance to vote on Theresa May's deal. And unless Theresa May and EU leaders are able to reach some sort of agreement over the weekend that is going to change more minds, it does look likely that her deal will fail on Tuesday, albeit by...
Oh my god, what the fuck? You fucking kidding me? What the fuck are you doing? Fucking idiot. Motherfucker. Fuck you.
With no deal, a hard Brexit. That is also likely to fail. Parliament may not have majority support for any particular type of deal.
Liz, the Labour Party in the UK has changed its position. They now say they want a second referendum, and that would give Britons the option of staying in the EU after all. Is that the right move? You seem to hold that most Labour supporters support remaining in the EU, but there's a serious left-wing critique of the EU as essentially
Uber drivers, ironically, don't know how to drive.
Head to your drop-off at 11509 Collins Street. Head to your drop-off at 11509 Collins Street. A half mile, continue straight to stay on World Way towards Sepulveda Bar.
So now there's all these drivers, new ones, and yeah.
This is a lot of non-speaking.
The drivers, yeah. Spanish and Russian, mostly.
I'm getting a lot of Asians.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Japanese. The purple and green, it's like, I feel like that's so appropriate at the airport when you're landing in California.
I think California, why is that?
Because you see, like, the color, even the color of the green, it looks like weed.
Yeah.
Right? And like, people come, they land, and then they want to go get their weed.
Hello? I'm driving Uber,
Try to get out.
Okay, sounds good.
To avoid crashing out, it's not clear whether any of those things.
I have stuff at my house right now. I can't. I have to get rid of this stuff, and I haven't had a chance to do it. It's too. I don't want my house to be crazy. Yeah, tell them no. Not right now. Maybe next week or something. I have to sort everything out.
Yeah, it really was. It was cold though.
It was?
Yeah, it was so cold. All day. And windy.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, we had quite a bit of rain lately, so.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
I was gone this week, but my friends told me to bring the bit. A couple days, right? I gotta be there Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah. I was up in Mammoth on Monday and Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of snow there too.
It snowed the whole time. It was not, it was actually not a good time to be there.
Wow.
Yeah, because like you know how like when I went and tried to ski, like I couldn't really see.
Yeah.
It was just like white.
So you were skiing and it was snowing.
Yeah.
You couldn't see anything.
Yeah, it was really.
It's kind of scary.
It was scary. I'm like, I think I'm gonna eat it at any moment because I can't see the ground. Yeah, I can't wait to go home, man. I'm ready.
To go home?
Yeah, I live in the valley.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Northridge. So I could have, like, with the airport pickup right now, like, I was planning for this to probably be my last trip.
Okay.
And, like, you just never know. I could have ended up in Laguna right now.
Right, right.
So this is, like, really lucky for me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I've always wondered how that works. You like choose.
Not at the airport.
Not at the
That's the
airport.
one place. LAX, we have these things called destination filters, so we can make sure that we only head north or something.
Okay.
But you can't use them at the airport. So you just never know.
Oh, HBO?
Yeah.
You get HBO again.
Dude, it is so surreal.
Really?
I'm like, I couldn't believe the way it was making me feel. I'm watching it. I'm just like, well, I always like Michael Jackson. I feel like he's such a nice guy, you know, such a sweet person. Like, I always gave him the benefit of the doubt. And now I'm watching this and I'm just like, whoa, what? Like, it's such a crazy story.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 guys that.
I saw 2.
2.
But I only saw the first hour. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. But, like, I want to go see the rest. I'm like, wow. Like,
Is it a show that you can binge, or is it like every week or something?
it's 2 episodes.
Gotcha.
And I think they're each over an hour.
Okay. I'm excited to see it, but I'm just kind of nervous just to, like, really have, like you said, changes your mind on him, you know? 'Cause I always loved Michael Jackson.
Well, this is the
So
thing.
too.
Like, I'm very open-minded, like, as a person. So, like, I don't like to judge people for, like, what they're into, right?
Yeah.
But, like, kids, I mean, if it's, you know, that's not okay.
No.
Like, that's not cool. Like,
I feel like it's kind of like R. Kelly in a way, where he obviously got arrested. You know, I'm glad it came out. Like, I'm glad all those like documentaries came out of him, and now he's finally getting, you know, some of his like karma back. You know?
yeah.
And you know, I've always, like you said, like I've always like never really quite trusted the media with Michael Jackson. You know, like there's always been like that. Like, well, what if it wasn't true?
Right, because when you're on top, people want to bring you down. That's just the way the world is.
Yeah.
Yeah. but they wouldn't, because they're worried about. Also, another thing, like, you know, like, okay, for example, let's say when I was 10, like, my hot teacher, like, I had a relationship with my super hot teacher, and I was 10.
Right.
Like, I'm not tripping. I don't care that I was 10. Like, I'm stoked.
No, yeah, you're fine.
You know, so I think there's a little bit of that to this too, where it's like, hey, like, yeah, I was 7, but it was Michael Jackson.
Right.
You know, like,
right.
Like they're almost proud of it, but still understanding, like, oh wait, this may have messed me up.
Right.
Like, this maybe wasn't so cool.
Estimated time in traffic, 15 minutes.
But that's the interesting part about it, is like when it was all happening, you know, like they were thinking like, oh, this is great. They're loving it. Like, they're not thinking like, oh, I'm being abused.
No,
like,
yeah. Giving them like his amusement park and everything that they ever wanted. Like, even their family members were like around and were like in this daze of like Michael Jackson, you know, heroin or something. Just being around him, you know.
Yeah.
They don't even like see it.
But what's weird is, like, when I was like 8 or 9 or whatever years old, like, I don't remember even getting like erections or anything like that. Like, sex was like the last thing on my mind. Like,
oh, as an 8-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that wasn't until I was like 11, 12 that I started to really get in touch and be like, oh, whoa, something's going on here. Like, yeah.
Yes, it's really It's so bizarre. But then nowadays, you know, like with everything being so much more open and social media, like kids see a lot now than they ever did.
Yeah. You know, another thing too is like, it's just so, I mean, I don't, you know, all I know is how I feel and what attracts me and stuff like that. And like, a lot of times, like, I'll see like an 18-year-old girl, which is legal, but very young. And I'm like, one 18-year-old, I might be like, wow, she's gorgeous, beautiful. Another one, I might be like, oh my God, she looks like she's 14. Like,
right, yeah.
It's creepy, like, whoa, you know?
Right, right.
But then it's kind of hot because she's not 14 and it's legal and she's 18, right?
Right.
But then,
watch out, really pothole on road 14, ahead.
Like, that's like still a woman, but like,
no, she's obviously a woman, a female person.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, she's probably a really pretty girl. Like, I see many young, you know, kids, and I'm like, oh wow, this kid's really attractive. You know
and like we're all in different places sexually at different ages.
Yeah.
You know, like you have the 13-year-old that's like, you know, getting anal every other day. And then you have the girl that like doesn't even lose her virginity till she's 24.
Right.
Right? So like, you know, it's really about mental. But like, the law is the law. Oh, right? Period. You know, like you have your 13-year-olds that look like they're 18. You have your, you know, 18-year-olds that look like they're 13.
Right.
But like, the law is the law. And like, you know,
it's definitely not a place to even think about.
And I'm pretty in tune with like how old like different girls are.
Yeah.
And like when I see 15-year-old girls, I'm like, oh, they're pretty, they're cute. But I'm not thinking like what they're. Yeah. I'm not thinking like, oh, I wonder like what she looks like naked. Like, not any of that. Because honestly, like younger girls, they have
no clue.
Like, well, also they don't.
Like their sex drive is not. I mean, they obviously can have sex drive, but like, if you were to get them in bed, like they wouldn't even know what they're doing. They don't know what to do. It's like, why would you want to have somebody who's unexperienced?
Yeah, that.
You know?
But then also like they don't look like their naked bodies. They look young.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like they don't like. I'd rather be with like a woman. You know, not that she has to have like big boobs or a big ass or any of that stuff. But she's just like developed. She doesn't have like the young, you know, Yeah.
Completely different.
But then, so basically, I guess what I'm getting at is like everybody is attracted to different things. And like, how do you get in your head that like what you're attracted to is like a 10-year-old? You know, I actually had a girlfriend for like a year and a half, and her uncle molested her when she was 9. And like, you know, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. Like how do you get there? Like, because there's like, I mean, I grew up in LA, you know, like we have so many opportunities. Like you don't have to do that. Like, why do you want to do that?
It's disgusting.
Yeah, right?
It's disgusting.
But I try to understand. I try to like wrap my mind around these things, and it's just impossible. Like,
and I feel like, you know, Michael Jackson kind of never really grew up because he was always this like child star, kind of got stuck at this point of his life where, you know, he was completely famous. His father was like abusive.
yeah, usually abusers were abused, right? I wonder like that's the documentary I want to watch, is what happened to this dude, Michael Jackson. Like what?
I'm sure his father like probably broke him down like more mentally than physically, like just kind of forced him to be who he was, and obviously it worked as, you know, becoming a star, but as, I don't know, it's just as a child you can really get screwed up by somebody, by a father or some adult that can manipulate your mind into thinking, you know, like.
And then when you become like the biggest star in the world, everybody's yesing you and letting you have whatever you want.
Yeah. It's like there's definitely some mental things going on.
Yeah. You know, the Jackson Estate's right there at Havenhurst and Ventura.
I do know that, yeah.
I remember growing up out here.
Mom still lives there.
Yeah, she still lives there. Where, like in the 80s, there'd always be crowds of people just outside. Like every time you drove by there, yeah. Every single day.
Wasn't that like in Calabasas or something?
North of Santa Barbara. Yeah, like Santa Ynez. Like, you know, Chumash Casino up there? Kind of up that way. Really pretty area.
Yeah.
That's also where Ronald Reagan had a ranch.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, wow. Incredible story.
But you don't see people like vetting his music, though. That's the weird thing, right? Like, do you think all that's gonna go away?
You know, I think that will happen, actually. I do.
After this?
Yeah. But, you know, his music is undeniable. I don't believe in censorship. I do think, like, it wouldn't hurt to divert the revenue that would have gone to the Michael Jackson estate and maybe put it to charity.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. But, I wouldn't, like, look down on anybody for still appreciating his music, though. Me personally.
No.
You know, they were actually talking about what you just said on KCRW before I picked you up.
Yeah.
And this woman, I don't know who she was saying, like, you know, because they went into like Roman Polanski and Woody Allen and all these different people, and basically if Michael Jackson wrote children's books, then she was saying that those should be like banned.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I just think, you know, like, you know, I just don't believe in censorship, really.
Yeah.
I think like,
well, I think it's his powers in his music is so strong that it's kind of impossible for you to do that. He's got so many hits in so many years.
you know, and all happened. like, let's talk about it. Let's not brush it under the rug. And, you know, like these people, like, look at Lance Armstrong, you know, like, that's crazy what he did. Like, all the lying and the, like, it's just insane. Like, some humans' behavior is just, like, mind-blowing. And, like, I don't know, it makes me think about these politicians. I drove a Pilot. I picked up a Pilot at Van Nuys today. They're just terrible people. I'm sure not all of them, you know, but, you know. I think I get what he was trying to say, you know. They just think, basically he was saying that they think they're the elite and they act like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also said Tom Hanks is the nicest guy in the world. and then his kids are always like, you know, courteous, very courteous, that please and thank you, yeah, sir, and all that stuff.
I remember seeing him. I do hair, so I went to the Golden Globes party.
Oh, nice.
And he was there, and I was just like, should I go up to him? Should I not go up to him? And I don't want to take pictures of him because I always loved him. So, but I ended up not going. I kind of like chickened out of it. I was like, oh, well, it's gonna be. At least I saw him, you know.
Yeah. Man, that's so cool. Golden Globe party. You must be like a famous hairstylist.
No, just
there's so many, you know.
Yeah, there are.
It's crazy. People like fly. Isn't the humidity bad for hair?
It is, yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, if it's curly, then it's okay, because, like, you can kind of work with it, but it just depends. But when it's high humidity, yeah. But right now, it's not too hot.
Yeah, I'm always blown away at how many makeup artists there are in LA. So many. Because there's so much production, you know? It's like crazy. I just dropped off a group that I picked up in, you know, near, like, you know that part of Culver City where all the production houses are and stuff?
Okay.
Like, that's who I dropped off before I picked you up.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
It's like, I love that though. I love it. I love hearing the conversations about, like, making videos and stuff. Yeah. One of the things they said that was interesting, they were like, are you just taking the weekend off? Just gonna sleep all weekend? Like, yeah, I'm just gonna be in bed all weekend. And then one of them's like, I'm not gonna look at a screen for the entire weekend. Because I guess that's what they're doing all day, is looking at screens.
Yeah.
But that would be crazy. Can you imagine that being like, I do not want to look at watch a TV show. Like, I've been making them all week and I do not want to watch a TV show.
Right. Yeah, especially production work, 30 hours, it can be very long. Anywhere from like 9 to 12 hours.
Yeah, you can feel their exhaustion in the car. They were talking slow and they were like long, like there's, you know, the car's full of people and there's just these long moments of silence. Yeah, they were tired. Gotta love Friday. Like, moving right along. It's pretty good.
Definitely sleep well tonight.
Yeah.
I have to make this lunch.
You work? Oh, yeah, because you probably have to work on Saturdays all the time, huh?
Yeah, Fridays is like our biggest day.
Yeah. Because everybody's going out on the weekend, I guess.
So like my weekends, Sundays and Mondays. That's my Saturday and Sunday. This is no traffic.
Yeah, Saturday is my best day as a driver. I don't really like to work on Saturday. I might go out like 4 hours. But it's the most profitable 4 hours of the week. Saturday night. Having a van.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody wants the XL rides on the weekend because they're like going everywhere with their friends. But definitely I try to get home well before midnight so I can avoid the drunk people.
That's not the best time, right?
Yeah. And usually around midnight it kind of dies out, like there's not that many trips. And then it picks up again like 1. Yeah. I used to do that, the whole, like, just work all night every day. And it kind of just died out, like the surging when the bars would get out and stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't really happen like it used to. No, hasn't for over a year.
Really? It's
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah, it still does, especially West Hollywood, but
Yeah.
not like it used to.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
That's so scary. The motorcycle, yeah, he's moving. Yeah. Not in this traffic. Jeez.
Don't pay attention.
It's crazy how it bottlenecks here all day. I don't know how I passed him.
Yeah, man.
He's like driving all crazy and I passed him. That's not a good sign.
Make a right turn on Collins Street.
I'm so excited I get to go home. I drove, this is the longest I've driven. I must have driven like 6 hours.
Drop
today.
off Rego on the left.
Like I usually don't go out for that long. Let's see, is this it where the car is?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get it. Wow, $34.15 for that ride. That seemed like a long ride for only $34.15. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna destination trip it. Even though I kind of want to just drive to food. I'm hungry again, but I'm gonna hit a destination trip. That's not what I'm looking for. Home. Set destination. Alright, that works. Now let me think, what's good to eat around here? Heather, hi. Dustin's here too? Wait. No, you guys aren't all here. No way. No way. No way. There's no way that you guys lasted through that last ride. The end of that last ride was quiet. I mean, unless you just like looking at freeway traffic and driving through North Hollywood city streets. So, yeah. How is my connection right now, though? Looks good. Looks legit. Oh, Chapo. El Chapo. Yeah, you can't really see me. Alright. What am I going to eat right now? Thinking where I am. What's good. Where am I? Just off the 170. Maybe if I just look around, I'll see something. Lemp. Good old Lemp. Lemp Avenue. I'm gonna put the camera forward because you can't even, well, hold on. You can kind of see me. Depending. I wonder what happens if I turn on the map. Maybe you'll see me better. Oh my gosh, for some reason the map is on night. I have it set to day, but for some reason it's showing night. That's weird. Where am I gonna go right now? You got food. Jack's Burgers right here is bomb, but I kind of rather eat something a little more on the healthy side. Tacos sound amazing. Where would be some good tacos right now? Ooh. Probably more near my house. Well, the freeway's right here, so I'm getting on it. I am getting on the freeway. Tell you what, tomorrow, Filet-O-Fish Fridays. Did it start yet? Filet-O-Fish Fridays? I don't know. Alright. Can you even see me? Maybe I should switch it to the front view, because there's more to see. Not sure. Should almost just drive home and eat. There's food in the fridge. That way I don't have to stop and pay for food. Just go home. Unless I can think of something that's really like sounds amazing.
Using the right lane, take right exit 154 onto Osborne Street. In a quarter mile, make a right turn on Osborne Street using the upcoming right lane. Using the right lane, make a right turn on Osborne Street.
Can't believe I just gotta pick up. Watch it be shitty, but hey, who knows? Maybe this ride will get me like near food that I'll be interested in. God, it sure is a long drive for a pickup, though. Especially for a pool ride. Haven't picked up a pool ride in a while.
In 1 mile, make a left turn on Shawnet Street. In a quarter mile, make a left turn on Shawnet Street. Make a left turn on Shawnet Street.
Damn, all the way to Hanson Hills? When I was looking at the map and it said to get off the freeway, it did not look like it was going to be this far away.
Pick up Christina.
Pick up Christina. Osborne. Whoa.
Pick up Christina.
vacuum? Yeah? No? Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm hungry.
Huh?
I'm really hungry.
Same. You should eat some.
I will. Close to home, so.
Make a right turn on Osborne Street.
I live in Northridge.
And where?
Northridge?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss something.
I know, it's perfect, right?
What do you need?
I don't know. There's like stuff in my refrigerator, but if I see something good, I might stop.
My friend wants sushi, but I don't really like sushi.
Oh, really?
So, I don't know.
What sounds good to me right now is Senor Soul.
The what?
Senor Soul. Have you ever been there?
It sounds familiar.
It's like a little like. Okay, have you ever been to Melodies?
No.
Oh, okay. Or how about Las Fuentes?
No.
Oh, those places are in Reseda. But yeah, so it's all the same owner, but it's like so good.
What is it? What kind of food is it?
It's Mexican food, but it's like not expensive. And it's not like a restaurant, it's more like you walk up and order. But it's still nice. Like it's like comfortable like a restaurant.
The food is good.
So good. Like so good. Yeah. It's really good. But for sushi, I would say, okay, I haven't been to this spot yet, but there's a Mexican Japanese fusion spot right there next to Vaughn's.
What is it?
Agua Chiles? Agua Chiles? Yeah. Maybe that's where you're going.
Maybe. I don't know, because she wants drinks as well.
Oh, I'm sure they've got them. But, like, normally when I get sushi, though, I go to Katsuya. That's my spot.
In 1 mile, make a right turn on I-5 North.
Is it in the map?
Yeah, right there on Reseda. Yeah, Katsuya's good. It's kind of expensive. Kind of. The best deal on sushi in Northridge is this place called King's. Yeah, it's like a burger place, but they do sushi.
I don't really like sushi. I'll like eat something else.
No, I get it. Like, it's weird. It's not, I really like sushi a lot, but it's not my favorite. I'd rather eat like Mexican or Italian.
Yeah.
Or barbecue. I love barbecue. Oh yeah. Getting hungry.
Let's not talk about food.
For real. Do you watch HBO? Dude, this documentary about Michael
In a quarter
Jackson
mile,
came out.
make a right turn on I-5 North using the upcoming right lane.
Blew my mind.
Really? I heard it's like
Fake?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't. Yeah.
I would like to watch it.
I hope it's fake, honestly, because I've always thought good things. Like, I've always liked Michael.
Using the right lane, make a right turn on I-5 North.
But, like, you know who Ted Bundy is?
Yeah.
They said he was a really nice guy, too. When he wasn't killing people.
Are you gonna see that movie?
What movie? There's a movie?
Yeah.
I want to see it. When?
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to see that. Dude, that's gonna really like be bad for like dating.
Yeah.
Like every girl's gonna be like,
1
yeah,
mile,
I'm not
take
sure
right
about
exit.
you yet.
156
I
amperes
just saw
onto
this
CA
movie
118
and
West.
I don't trust guys anymore. Because he was like a really cool guy, apparently, like really charming, and like any girl would be like attracted to him, apparently, or something like that. And so that's just weird.
In a half mile, take right exit. 156 amperes onto CA 118 West using the upcoming second to third lanes from the right.
Wow. Man, I had no idea about this.
You didn't?
No.
Using the second to third lanes from the right, take right. Exit 156 amperes onto CA 118 West. Then keep left onto CA 118 West.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I didn't realize they're like, wow. Yeah,
Using the left 2 lanes, keep left onto CA 118 West.
So that's the one that I've been like waiting for. It's gonna have Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, what's her name? That Australian girl, Margot Robbie.
In 1 mile, keep right onto CA 118 West.
And it's the director's, what's his name? You know, that did Pulp Fiction? What? The director that did Pulp Fiction, like,
oh, yeah.
that everybody loves, like, he's doing it. Yeah.
In a half mile, keep right onto CA 118 West using the upcoming right 4 lanes. Using the right 4 lanes, keep right onto CA 118 West. In a half mile, keep right onto CA 118 West using the upcoming right 4 lanes. Using the right 4 lanes, keep right onto CA 118 West. In 2 miles, keep right onto CA 118 West. Using the right 4 lanes, keep right onto CA 118 West.
I think it's going to be on Netflix.
Oh, cool. I love that. So much cheaper.
In 1 mile, take right exit 38 toward Reseda Boulevard.
Roma? It was on Netflix. It won all these Academy Awards. Okay, it's this director. He grew up in Mexico City, and it's basically like about his childhood. It's kind of depressing. Yeah, it's sad.
In a half mile,
Kinda
take
sad,
right
but then
exit
kinda not
38
really.
toward
It's like-
Reseda
it's very
Boulevard
real.
using the upcoming right lane.
I haven't watched Netflix in a while. I'm watching Hulu.
Oh, I like Hulu. I got hooked on East Los for a while.
Not really.
I did. I really did.
I'm watching The Gordon Ramsay in 24 hours.
Oh, shoot. No.
Using the right lane, take right exit 38 toward Reseda Boulevard.
It's pretty gross.
You know he was at Los Toros.
In a quarter mile, make a right
Yeah,
turn on
like,
Rinaldi Street
my
toward
friends that
Reseda
have,
Boulevard
like, I
using
grew
the
up here.
upcoming right lane.
Like right here in Porter Ranch.
Yeah.
And so I have friends that have been going to Los Toros like their whole life.
Yeah.
They say
Using
they're
the right
never
lane,
going
make
again.
a right turn on Rinaldi Street toward
Yeah, 'cause
Reseda
I'm
Boulevard,
always on the
and then
show,
merge
the
right
Porter
2
Ranch
lanes.
show.
Did he did that too?
Yeah.
They were there?
Yeah, they were there.
Well, yeah, like honestly, not that
Los Toros?
great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, not really.
I think like back then it was like popping,
Yeah, back in the day, I was like the only place. You know, also like their son, the owner's son, he was one of the like primary members of the Untouchables car club. Have you ever heard of them? Like, you know the car clubs where they put the little plaques and like they put Daytons on their cars and they put like hydraulics and they hit switches and stuff. Yeah, like it was this Valley car club, the Untouchables. I guess like the Impool kind of lowrider now. Form of like having a cool like. Man, it's so cold out. Yeah, maybe it's only the El Pastor that has the pineapple. Because you can get it with whatever meat you want.
I like pineapple. On something.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I like it on my pizza.
Oh, speaking of lowriders, check it out.
Oh.
Dude, they're bringing it back.
They drive so slow.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You know, Wednesday, like everywhere it got just for fun.
Those
Feels those random.
cause a lot of current.
Like right here behind the Korea, that spot.
In a quarter mile.
Actually, I've never been in there actually.
To the gym over there?
Yeah, that's the popular one.
There's this, well, there's this one. I know that one of my friends kept asking to meet and they told them not, like, he couldn't anymore.
I'm ready at the Vaughn's, and then that.
Using the right lane, make a right turn on Bummer Street.
That's good Mexican food. It's like right here. Like, where should I go? This apartment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just make a U-turn over here. And...
Make a left turn on Vincennes Street. Make a left turn on Prairie Street.
That pool ride though, she was cool, and in my mind, you guys, look at the line at Hot Chicken. In such a long line for tacos, and then I found out no, it's Nashville Hot Chicken. There's no. You can make tacos that are so good Oh, really? And they were like, right, coated with like. Oh, okay, that's good. Health bad. Well, that's not good.